Bosh, bosh. So I decided to put the big screen here because Cam 2 blocks our view a little bit.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're just blocking that entire left end zone with this.
Do we want to put the little one here, or is it too
It
far
won't
to
stretch.
drag? Yeah, that's fine. Hey, they're playing already. Can you plug me?
Yeah, I can plug it.
Okay. 12 minutes till pull, 9 minutes till live.
Yes, we certainly can do this.
Testicling.
1, 2, 3.
4,
1, 2,
5,
3,
6.
4. Come on, baby,
I've moved the microphone substantially further from my mouth than I would normally have it.
8, 9, 10, 11. I'm just gonna keep on counting until you are mine. Tell me you're shy, boy, but I want you just the same. Don't play innocent with me. You know it's not just fun and games.
Not fun and games.
When I look into your eyes,
In your eyes.
so much passion burns inside. If you need some coaxing, I will do it. Step by step, there's nothing to it. Maybe somewhere I haven't been before. I don't wanna kill the vibe. I don't wanna feel it if it don't feel right. I just wanna break the ice. There's so much more to life than tears. There's so much more to life than fears. All I want is a night off. All I need is a night off. All I want is a night off. Ooh. Take it away, take it away, take it away. Do it my way, do it my way, do it my way. Free from the pain, free from the pain, free from the pain. A night off, a night off. Take it away, take it away, take it away. Do it my way, do it my way, do it my way. Free from the pain, free from the pain, free from the pain. A night off, a night off. Ooh. There's so much more to life than tears. There's so much more to life than fears. All I want is a night off. All I need is a night off.
the reason why we chose to say goodbye, but I can't help my feelings. Right now, I can't deny you never left my mind, and now my heart is bleeding. Why did I have to break it up? Guess I was just a young girl living in a dream world. I thought that I'd be better off, but now I pay the price I do. I don't know how to forget you. I can't forget you. You're always on my mind. I do the things that I should do, so I can't forget, but you're always on my mind. Thought you'd be gone by tomorrow, but you're still there tomorrow, and the next day, the next day. I wish I wouldn't remember how you make me feel better in the best ways, the best ways. When I lay down at night, I miss you by my side, telling me about your secrets. I dream and fantasize that I come by your house, telling you about my regrets. Why did I have to break it up? Guess I was way too shallow, my mind was way too narrow. I thought that I'd be better off, but now I pay the price I do. I don't know how to forget you. I can't forget you. You're always on my mind. I do the things that I should do, so I can't forget, but you're always on my mind. Thought you'd be gone by tomorrow, but you're still there tomorrow, and the next day, the next day. I wish I wouldn't remember how you make me feel better in the best ways, the best ways. I know why we say goodbye, but can we turn that bye into hello? I know how to love you now. No matter what I do, I can't let go. I don't know how to forget you. I can't forget you. You're always on my mind. I do the things that I should do, so I can't forget, but you're always on my mind. Thought you'd be gone by tomorrow, but you're still there tomorrow, and the next day, the next day. I wish I wouldn't remember how you make me feel better in the best ways, the best ways. Take it away, feeling too good to me. Chilling all day, all in your space is where I wanna be. Here in this room, what did you do? I just can't get enough. Too caught up in your love. I've been trying to forget, but you won't let me. Something in my brain wants you. I've been hanging by myself, asking for help, but nothing seems to work on you. Yeah, you always make me feel like home. Yeah, you never leave my thoughts alone. Yeah, you're the reason I'm going out my mind. I just can't stop thinking about you. All that I crave when you're away, nights are sleepless. Do we need space? Yeah, maybe a break. Boy, you're my weakness. Give and we take, the love that we make, it's my favorite drug. Too caught up in your love. I've been trying to forget, but you won't let me. Something in my brain wants you.
I have no monitor.
Welcome back to the action here. If you've, of course, been joining us, Tom's Tourney 2024, and we are getting a beautiful sunny start to Saturday morning. Myself, Hannah Pendlebury, alongside Stefan Rapazzo, and we are bringing you this game from the Open Division. Chevron action flash of the UK versus Grut, their debut season in the Open Division of the Netherlands. So, Steph, how are you feeling about these two teams?
I'm feeling like we have got a great game to deliver on stream this morning. This is very much looking like the game to advance. This is a pool that has Moon catchers in it, and Moon have gone ahead and beat Chevron in a tight game yesterday. Grut will have Moon up next, and assuming that Moon will top it if they stay in the form, they look like the powerhouse. These two teams are next in line, but only one will be able to advance with Moon in that case. So this game, very, very important in terms of moving into the quarterfinals. In all likelihood, the loser of this game will be playing for 9th place at best. And these are two very good teams if one of them is going to be reduced to the Ninals. So I don't know how we slice them. A little bit more experience over on the Chevron side. A little bit more sprightliness on the Dutch side. But I think it balances out really well, and we are in for a treat of a game, Hannah.
We certainly are, Steph. So it's the Grut shirts, these lovely green jersey and short combos to get us started, and a beautiful roller pull. As you see it get fielded. Of course, Chevy are relatively similar to last season, where they got 4th place overall at the UCF. This is Ethan Morrell, and then number 16 shirt. Expect lots of stats out of him at any tournament he plays at. So dominant with how he moves the disc, and he goes for a bit of creativity. A blade into the end zone, and Andy Sweetenham underneath it.
Yeah, you're talking about the creativity. Maybe not. Again, from a coaching seat, I don't know if I would applaud a player for making that throw in the end. It's a score. It's an assist, and it was, he knows what he's doing. He's an excellent thrower. You were just singing his praises, deservedly so, but still blading over the top to kick off the scoring. A bit speculative at best sometimes, but they made it count. So first hold for Chevy. They get it through a bunch of hands, get the offense moving, and blade one over the entire midsection of the field to cash in. So now we'll see how Grut goes, sporting their new green uniforms now that they're in the Open Division. They've stepped away from maroon and are into the forest green, dark emerald green. What do you think of the fashion statement by the Amsterdammers, Hannah?
Oh, I absolutely love it. I think it's a really lovely colour. You don't often see many green jerseys. I guess, looking for a colour contrast versus the ground, maybe. But I'm a big fan of it.
Janssen's off.
Simple stuff for Grut coming out of this horizontal stack. Vitkamp nearly gets a swipe through there. Relatively static. Molnar out. Lots of movement driving from the handler space. Lots of space for that reset. Vitkamp again. Pick call. As we see Ben Borak get caught up in the stack, matching up against Wout Janssen.
A lot of hard charging deep cuts have come out of Grut at the starting sequence. Now they're in the attacking half. That'll be out of their game.
It's good flashing from the Chevy defenders to just close down that break side option. We've got a stumble. Martin Hall slipping down. Field conditions are not ideal after yesterday. The centre of the pitch, you might be able to see on our cam views, is a little bit churned up, that dark mud coming through. But I think there might have been a bit of a push off from the length of this discussion, Steph.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Looks like it. No clear indications yet, hand signals, but yeah, the stumble, there's the claim that the stumble was the cause.
Lead pass on that break side, finally. Janssen just absolutely throws his body to the deck and releases at the perfect moment. And a score, clean hold for Grut.
Yeah, that's the Morgan Hibbert-esque falling, leaning backhand that when you're that big, you can kind of break any mark, as Walt did. Walt really had eyes for Molnar there. He did look away as though he was going to go back to center, but only for a very brief second. Straight back, eyes on Molnar. Molnar made a nice cut in the small corner space there, and Walt went way around to finish the job there. So scores on both ends, clean holds both ways. 1-1.
Yeah, both teams having to play, I think, already on the outer edges of their offense. Certainly that first score from Chevy was a big old boost. And of course, Grut is a team that are really known for using those big arcing, almost indoor style, bladey, curving looks. So, Chevron, second offence point. Bennett to Edwards. But those two players, imports from other squads. Bennett, of course, of Smog, and Cody Edwards, his first season playing with Chevron. Looking to step up his game, had lots of teammates from the under 24 squad. That lovely mullety look, of course, formerly from Smash D, as Morel's got the disc back in hands. Now Spears to the front cone. And I'm pretty sure that was one of the defenders out of position there, Steph, because that goal looked very, very easy.
Yeah, nice cutting by Chevron entirely. You mentioned Cody Edwards. He was the initiator on the first point, initiator right there as well. Got a couple touches, looking good with disc in hand, looking good with waterfall hair behind the head as well. The mullet does look right, Hannah. But yeah, Cody Edwards getting it done, and Ethan Morel there. This time, a little bit more disciplined, not crossing the field with a bladey look to score, but getting it through his hands cleanly, quickly, and efficiently well. And that was a better looking whole offensive possession by Chevy. So 2-1, nothing but clean holds.
Yes, indeed. So a solid start for the Chevy boys. Cameron Weir reeling in that one. And now the response, Chang. Janssen again. A little bit of a lack of intensity on some of the movement here from Grut. It's going to be a later expansion though. Janssen just sneaking away, nearly milking that all the way to the bank. Now, moving it easily. A 1-2 go, Van den Brink into Molnar.
Yeah, Walt did everything he could. I was surprised he didn't long jump it in, but I think he was make the catch, which I like to see, not over milking to make it a 2-for-1. He took his time, ensured the catch, trailing Van de Wiebe and Van den Brink. And Molnar again, open in the corner. That's 2 goals for the Slovakian, who's a regular in the Netherlands now, Philip Molnar.
Yeah, it's a bit of an interesting one with that offensive possession for Grut. You had their the set of players who in the previous points were mostly sort of hanging around the handler space, doing the work to drive the disc forward from that part of the pitch. Just kind of thinking, well, actually, no, never mind this. I'm going to go somewhere else. And not the adjustment that was needed from the Chevron defence to counter that. So Chevron now coming back out or no? Colt Hammer, one of the longest standing members of Chevron. It's one of the newbies, Sweetenham. to Spears. That one low, but Colt Hammer easily takes it into the breadbasket. Breaks to Sweetenham. Lots of space initially on that break side continuation flow, but Chevy happy to squeeze it. Snag from Morel. It's a great effort from his defender. Now they move it all the way laterally. Bennett just eyeing up, looking for the handlers to reset. Morel now. Sweetenham trying to be dainty. Bennett just moving across to that break side. Morel opening up the space, and then it's the hammer to Cody.
Cody Edwards getting involved again. There was some great... I had a ISO cam on the Colt Hammer Learsh matchup to see how that was going. Learsh working very hard, but Colt Hammer is a real grinder out there. He does not stop. He gets into his center stack and is very quick. He's, efficient. He waits. He makes space for others, and then he's right back out moving hard and really keeps defenders guessing. Cody Edwards again involved in the scoring end there. And it's a great game. Clean holds. Something's got to give eventually. Excuse me, 37. What's your name? Seng. You're Seng. You're supposed to be wearing number 9. Yeah, okay, good to know.
I really enjoyed looking at that replay, Steph. The throw that really set up that score in that space again comes from Ethan Morel. That inside shot to Bennett. So we get a nice little... glamour sideline cam for the Chevron boys. And a little sign.
You got this.
Oh, that's so cute.
Oh.
We love the cute vibes. So a rolling pull. Huntsma to get us underway. Molnar just using a little bit of jink and go. Janssen starting from the downfield position this time. Now coming underneath. A little bit of separation on those deep strikes. He's going to take the one that is covered by 2 defenders potentially, but what a roof that was. Jelta Dirks with the goal.
Oh, you're right indeed. Dirks got up where Grandma keeps the jam jars for that one. Took one out and not the best option. You were right. The defense was in front. Defense had really good position, but Dirks just won that contest and made a big play there. Huge bid, huge sky by Jelta Dirks. Tied up 3-3. What a game here. Nothing but clean holds. The breaks got to come eventually, but without any turns, there's no break chances, Annie. Clean, tidy. First thing in the morning. Who'd think it? But hey, the sun's shining. After yesterday, I think everything might seem easy with sun and no wind. Maybe that's what's making these offenses look. Look at Dirks and the head taps coming across the whole team. There you see the assist thrower, Walt Janssen, and Grut D-line back out there.
Well, you got to know your receiver. There were 2 previous deep cuts that had a decent number of yards separating them. It's that find over to Bennett, exploiting the poach. Oh, that one sneaks the way through. A little bit low, but Sweetenham collects. Weir with the pop pass to Kime. Silky smooth to Bennett. This is really good, just continuation, timing and flow. And again, Sweetenham finding Edwards.
Cody Edwards everywhere. Josh Kime, you said silky smooth, and I couldn't have agreed more. I was thinking the exact same thing. That went through him seamlessly, turned the field, and really was, one throw before the hockey assist even, but really right here just sets things up so well. The open receiver gets it very, very early, and then the continuation, like I said, the throw before the hockey assist, but Josh Kime really set that one up with that silky flow from the far side, near far sideline going across.
I'm struggling to think of a moment where Josh Kime has played for any other team than Chevron in his playing career.
GB?
Well, yeah, that's what I mean, though. Came through the juniors program, but for his club side, he's such an important cog. Not someone who usually makes huge dents in the stats board, but just really keeps the disc moving in such a useful and a helpful fashion. So, clean holds all round so far. Not a turnover in sight. As Chang sits in the centre, and we see a zone from Chevron. Just trying to change things up. Nice one to Vidcom on the far sideline, just squeezing it through, but that's going to be taken away by Rollersax Dixon.
First turn of the game.
Well, is that going to be a costly one? Dula coming back to the inside. High release to Turner. Espinosa. That was a little bit wide, but well handled. Big pressure, but Seb Allen's going to foul call. As you can see, the amount of dirt on that. What was a clean white shirt first thing this morning. Get another look at it. Oh, we got a little bit finnied there. We do have guidelines to help the athletes give you viewers at home the best view of all these plays. Become trying to go over the shoulder. Another foul call. Getting a little bit handsy on Mark Penny.
Penny don't like it. He's calling that foul.
Well, you've got to, got to make the calls as they occur. Be consistent. In the early stages of a game. You figured that out. Espinosa with a little extra sort of jinking move right in front of Penny. An uncomfortable position. So pick elsewhere as Espinosa was making the catch. So Penny gets out of there. Dula trying to battle a duel elsewhere, and it's going to hit off. Espinosa with a huge recovery though. Well, back up your teammates. Turner into Dula. Nice high release just to move the disc around. This is really good coverage, but you can see the little slip and stumble from Vidcom opens up that centre space. Now Allen. Oh, Penny nearly winds up that hammer. Just flirting with it. The wind is very, very low this morning. A far cry from the conditions of yesterday. That one, oh, so low. We've got Penny and Bevan at the back, actually. I think I must have misnamed one of them at some point. But two of the elder statesmen of this Chevron D line. Turner. For Espinosa has him. And there's no real flow and continuation as this point starts to grind through. Dula to Penny. High release though. Seb Allen with a huge grab, just shy.
And calls the foul, accepted. Great grab, you're absolutely right. That was really just hooked the thumb in there on the way down, but got a big charge into that corner.
So end zone set for Chevron. A heartbeat away from a break. Mark Penny surveying his options. Oh, that's a very big inside break. There was certainly plenty of space for Turner to just loft it in front of him.
Wow, credit to the Grut O-line D there. They bent. I mean, it was a Chevy error in the end, but and not so much the D on that throw, that play, but they did really make it tough for them. They tightened up the whole way down the field. They're trying to make up for their error, and the hard work paid off in the end. They start again from their own corner. Oh, Hannah, they've just made it that much easier.
There's going to be a discussion
about whether that is a Callahan or not. Turner, he believes it's a Callahan. Are we going to get another look? What? They've agreed.
Not quite, but very nearly. It's a turnover regardless. Grinding the disc back. Oh, that one gets a little bit of a piece, and indeed it was just enough to knock.
Wow, how are Grut keeping them out of the end zone? That seemed so improbable.
Well, I think we've got a bit of a case on our hands of unstoppable force versus immovable object with these two teams. But we'll see how it grinds forward. But errors and blocks happening thus far. Molnar available on the underneath person coverage this time after, of course, Chevron started this point, playing zone. Jerks into Molnar. Chang in plenty of room. Just doing a bit of point and shoot to open Janssen. Everyone's sort of just hanging out. Lovely break side throws, just keeping the disc moving. Van den Brink flashing in front. Janssen, oh, and that's a lovely, easy, simple bit of offense to finish off a bit of a tussling point there, Steph.
Yeah, great fighting Grut there. Really, really got a little bit lucky to keep them out there. The Callahan landing ended up being an interception on the goal line, not a Callahan. They went away from the deep game in the end when on their third try. So that this, again, first point that was not a clean hold ends up being a hold still. And Grut, there it is again. There's that, was it a Callahan? Was it not a Callahan? It was counted, of course, not. Tough to tell. His knee was certainly the first down, and it doesn't matter.
It looked cool, and that's the important thing. And actually, at this stage in the game, 4 apiece.
Not in, for sure. That's a great angle. Noah with the shot there. Beautiful angle of that one, and that one very clearly says that was called correctly.
Well, it really doesn't matter whether it's called correctly on the field or not. None of the players have the benefit of any sort of video-assisted referee type stuff. Self-refereed sport, of course. So it is gratifying, though. It will stop any sort of sour grapes afterwards. But
and they do have the option to come look, if ever they choose, in games that do have the wonderful benefit of having the ULTI.TV cameras upon them.
But it is, of course, at this stage in the game, all about just applying that consistent pressure, and it's Chevron's D-line who gets the first look in at a break. So now the lads out on offense need to just punch this one in fast fashion. Sweeten him. Flies across over to Bennett. And it's sitting with the disc in his hands for quite some time, trying to connect with Morrill. But a bit of a super dump to Kime instead. We've got a bit of a moment of pause. Some clustering elsewhere. Looks like that one will go back. Perhaps a contested stall out there, Steph.
Yeah, would seem like it. It was taking some time.
Back in action, that one low but well handled. Nice bit of footwork from Edward Graham. That number 99 is for the international outfit of Chevron, but has been training with them and playing with them for quite some time. Edwards just keeping things simple, not trying to gain any extra yards, and a little pop dish into the path of Cameron Weir.
Cody Edwards on the scoring sheet again with an assist there, but that throw by Kime, after waiting around, watching some lateral cuts in front, nothing he liked, and then just zipped it and on the money to the outside right shoulder of Cody Edwards. There he is with the Kentucky waterfall haircut.
Kentucky waterfall, love that.
And look at this, there's the reception side of it again, Cody Edwards, but the Josh Kime throw, an absolute humdinger.
Well, and we're pleased to have you alongside us, all 300, some of you, nearly. If you're enjoying this game, feel free to hit that like button. Like and subscribe for this YouTube coverage. We get those long glamour shots of Cody Edwards and co. But people talk a lot in the UK teams, Steph, about Josh Briggs's forehand, but Josh Kime, it's got a buttery smooth.
Making a case for himself.
Robbie Haynes putting up the pull of this next D-line point. Easy over to Janssen. Molnar scooping through for the inside. Plenty of space on the underneath for Jerks. Oh, Haynes getting very close to the piece there. Janssen, oh, the stumble from Molnar. But still churns it through. Those extra couple of steps required to just grind your way through the dirt. Dirks. Nice sag off from the mark just to protect that that break side. Janssen over to Molnar. Doesn't follow it through initially. Just dancing around in front of the disc. Has to clear. Van den Brink expands all the way around to Chang. Nice easy bit of footwork there. Of course, the sort of muddy affair on that front goal line can be a bit confusing as to where it is, but Hjalte Dirks knew exactly what he was doing and toes it in for an easy goal.
Yeah, nice response again. All tied up, nothing but holds. The Philip Molnar work rate was something I was watching in that point, and he is getting open every time he wants. He talked about he slipped once, and that was really the only time he was well covered up. He did even get up from that and got the very next touch. Yeah, I love what he's doing out there. He is a good central cog to this attack. Kind of keeps them a little bit grounded. I think his work rate like that will make Grut slightly less liberal if they've always got a Molnar working like that, getting himself open so frequently in the handle space.
Good doggos.
Oh, how you doing, bud?
We do love a good floof here on our live streams, but it is just beautiful conditions for a game of Ultimate this morning, and we are really getting some fantastic scenes out here. Colt Hammer with the delicate one-handed grab. You can see the differential in the height between him and his matchup. Aaron Morrison taking that one this time. Edwards now on the far side, seeking Sweetenham. Puts a blind one out, but held his space well. Inside to Morel. Thinks about it for quite some time, still count rising. Shoots it through to Colt Hammer. Oh, and that's a lovely soft lefty backhand into the path of the youngster, Edward Graham.
Yeah, great work by Chevron. A quick moving offense. I don't think there was any high stall counts there. This game is really in a great rhythm now.
There was one slightly high stall count when Ethan Morel had the Frisbee in his hand for quite some time. But of course, if you're going to have anyone stuck with the disc and just looking to see what develops, it's going to be him. But I think pretty much every player on the line for Chevron in that point touched the Frisbee.
Yeah, what a break finish there for Colt Hammer.
Well, not only is he a very tall and very wise athlete, but he's a lefty.
Ironside Steve. Is that what he was once known as in when he came to GB? I believe I've heard this before. After coming from Boston, Ironside.
Well, he's been living in the UK for
a long time.
Yes, a long, long time.
Well, Ironside doesn't exist anymore,
Indeed,
so that gives you some
it's
indication.
Dig now, isn't it?
Yeah, Dig. I don't know if it's the same club evolved, but now the main club in Boston is Dig.
So Grut Having started this game on defense at the moment, it's been nothing but holds. Although that little glimpse at 2 breaks and very near Callahan for Andy Turner, who's currently on for this point. Janssen and Van den Brink just working the backspace with Chang. Love that inside low break. We get the jingle over the tannoys for the timed half-time. Oh, that's a bit of a fine, but Saxe-Dixon able to apply enough pressure. The big man swipes again. Gets his second block of the game.
Yeah, it looked good right away. You see Walt Janssen, a great receiver in that corner, a little bit of space, but as soon as it hung a bit, as soon as it had a bit of shape, and you see Rollo Saxe-Dixon charging, that wonder came. It became a 50-50, and this time 50-50 went to the defense. Like, there's another look. Oh, yeah. Just, made Walt adjust and go up early.
And it is just that issue of, obviously, the defender has the massive advantage in that space just because they don't have to worry whatsoever about being in bounds. They can really attack the disc and move it out. So Saxe-Dixon has Bevan trotting underneath, marked up by Chang. Just resetting. That was a little bit flobbly wobbly because the wind has now arrived here. Yesterday's conditions were very tricky at points. Today we've had rarely a thrower's breeze. Turner thinking about it. Stumbling around perhaps a touch. Duelet coming through to save the day. Pick elsewhere.
So, second point of the day where break chance has been availed. Only Chevron has had these opportunities thus far.
Yep. Seb Allen in the deep space, double coverage, but it's going to just sail out of bounds. Didn't quite get the read he needed.
Yeah, good coverage. I mean, the throw a little bit off as well, but I think the coverage really prevented the sighting of that disc, so good enough to get the disc back for Grut.
Also love Dan Harrison in the chat watching this game. Of course, the Chevron boy himself, saying that Ed Graham's really old. But Dixon's going to get himself another block going high. That's 3 for him.
Yeah, I like the idea, but that had to have more shape on it. Again, you're testing the wrong guy right now, especially after he just had a snack earlier. He's going to go back to the cookie jar and take another.
Yeah, play the game of throw the disc where Rollo is not.
Yeah. Hey, see that big guy? Don't throw it to him.
So Matt Bevan will bring it back into play. Turner underneath for the easy reset. Pop straight back. Doolan now trying to work. Penny going to replace through. Oh, big layout bid, but comes up empty-handed. Is that a timeout call? It is.
It is. I wondered for a second if he was making a call there, and there was some contact on the bid. Beautiful bid, just missed, and timeout.
Indeed. Well, Chevron are going to have a think about what they want out of this point because they need to convert their breaks, but we'll see if that will work out after this.
We are a group of ultimate players, coaches and video enthusiasts. We've worked with the major federations and the greatest events.
We're on a mission to make Ultimate huge. We want our videos and live streams to be free to watch.
We want to make stories that not only reach you,
but also reach people outside the Ultimate community.
Like and subscribe, ULTI.TV, the best in the world.
Become a member and fund our work
to cover more events in the future and to bring more stories and live coverage to the eyes of the Ultimate world and beyond.
Timeout taken by Chevron in the first half here. Tom's Tourney pool round games in the Open Division. It's very flush with a full 24 teams here at Tom's Tourney, 30th edition, the biggest ever. And we're having quite the game on our hands between Chevron Action Flash and Grut. Mark Penny taking the time out. Give Chevron the chance to hopefully convert the first break of this game. They've had 2 chances so far. So can they make this one count and take the advantage through to half? Because the jingle did go during this point, Steph.
Yes, it did.
So
Longest point of the game so far, I would say.
Oh, yes.
Obviously, you cannot stress the importance of these breaks in a game that's been nothing but holds.
Absolutely. Well, Chevron winning the toss and starting on offense does give them that extra bit of advantage. Well, we assume they won the flip and then started on offense and chose to do that. Turner blazing away to the deep space, but Dula takes Bevan instead. Espinosa now, he's going to shot through, has Dixon underneath it. Zach Dixon, easy collection. Just using that frame to full advantage. They only have the 1 timeout per game, each of these teams, so that has already been used. They grind it through though. Seb Allen now. Stumble from Molnar. I think he got a little bit of a bump from Espinosa, but all fair. And again, we see red zone defense from Grut's O-line. Pretty stifling so far. We know that Grut have pulled across a couple of personnel to their O-line to make sure they have the defensive fire to try and avoid getting broken at all costs. So back in play with Allen. Quickly and easily moves. Thinks about that big around shot, but in the safe hands of Bevan, who again does that little cheeky just tilt the disc upwards as if he's going to go for the upside down option. Penny back to Allen. Now that's a proper hammer fake if you ever see it. And he does indeed uncork it, but it just bounces out of the hands of Andy Turner.
That's how close they are coming to breaking. I mean, the near Callahan earlier, that hammer off the hand, I guess you say it's not the option, just should have been up a bit more. The receiver was open in that corner, but they are close, but Grut getting the luck of the bounces here and have not succumbed yet. They stay alive clean.
Well, solid bracketing on the downfield receivers from this Chevron defense. Still keeping Roller Sachs Dixon just shepherding the deep space. Nice find through to Janssen, who just takes the knee. Oh, and that is missed completely. A miscommunication, but Bevan and Penny coming unglued as well. It's going to be a call somewhere else.
What a interesting sequence. What is the call? It's a foul.
No, it's an injury call.
Okay.
Isadula seems to be coming off the pitch. Hopefully he'll be okay.
Yeah, grabbing the right hammy there, walking off. But how was that sequence? The pop pass to himself.
I think tried to bail out of it, didn't he?
Yeah, he's waiting for Walt, and I think they lost eye contact while he was just releasing it and ended up having to self-pop, turned it over, and then one throw later, the outstretched layout, not enough. Then Chevy gives it straight back.
Oh, huge effort from Rodri Williams. Very narrowly misses the defense there. But a nice find over the top. Inside to Chang. Again, abusing those slightly confusing lines. Dirks around to Molnar. Well, whatever the personnel adjustments to make sure that Grut's O-line can play defense, they seem to have paid off. Chang now just grinding towards that front corner, and they can't quite exploit the poach. It's Turner that sneaks through, but they're going to have a little chat about it.
Another call. Yeah, as you said, this Grut D-line, bend but don't break, bend but don't get broken thus far, but they have potentially given another chance back. let's see how this discussion shakes out. But I mean, that Rodri Williams, Walt Janssen double layout, they are throwing themselves around out here. That's the importance of this game.
I do
very
not
much
hate it.
felt.
I do not hate it.
No,
I'm really enjoying this one.
They are going for it, and I love it.
Quite a long discussion about this one. I think it's perhaps a foul call, saying that in order to get the position, Turner had to go through the shoulder of Van den Brink. Just everyone getting involved in this one. Probably should maybe make a resolution at some point soon. So contested foul. So the disc will return to the hands of Dirks, I think. Yeah, ULTI Dirks for that. And the number 91.
So the foul was on the throw then?
No, I think it was on the reception, but
okay.
it's contested.
So it goes back to the thrower.
So yeah, Van den Brink, I think, saying that Turner had to go too much through him in order to make that run-through play. But Andy Turner having quite the game so far. The near Callahan, the near run-through snag there, putting lots of pressure on this Grut side. Huntsma. Oh, that is a lot of contact through the shoulder of Molnar. Bevan immediately does accept it.
Yeah.
That was a big old bosh.
I mean, I like the idea, but more body control necessary there. I think Bevan's got those big burly shoulders, tough to get around.
He's still always the unit he's been. Really commits to the athletic training. Oh, a silky smooth scuba though, over the top from Molnar. In the end, finishes it off to Dirks.
Molnar smoldering hot out there, staying hot. What a battle we've got out here. I mean, you can go back to so many points over the course of that point. We're going to see a timeout here Grut's taking. But yeah, the contested contact on the goal line, the Janssen-Williams play, some little dancing on the pivot foot, and finish off with a silky smooth scuba here by Philip Molnar. And we're all tied up at 6s.
And it's Galaxy points, Steph, because half will be at 7. So don't go anywhere. Find out how this one will go. Lots of discussion going on here on the field, just because this is the first ever Tom's Tourney edition in quite some time that's got half-time rules. So we have the timed half-time. We're going to listen in to what's going on, actually, because we can bring you that. Oh, they've stopped talking now. But there you go. Felix trying to give you that inside shot with Noah out on the pitch, getting the glamour of these two sides focus up there. Just a little look at his glorious beard he's got going on. But yeah, a bit of discussion between these two teams. The timeout being taken by Grut. And we are still technically in the first half of this 60-minute game. But being an EUCS series qualifying matchup for some of the teams here. You can check out which of the lists are. But just, yeah, those halftime rules catching everyone a little bit out. So we are Galaxy point situation. This to take the half with the advantage. If Grut can get themselves a break here, because of course Chevron started this game out on offence. So it will be Grut to start with the disc in their hands for the second proceeding. Graham getting us underway. Oh, big pressure, but doesn't face Cameron Weir whatsoever. Back around to Spears. Thinks about it. Martin Hall through to sweep them. That looked a little bit dangerous,
Yes,
didn't it?
Yeah, I thought there was good position, but they know what they're doing out there.
Kime unleashes one to the far side for Weir. Sweetnam really grinding this underneath. Oh, Arta's having a little think about it. The fiery arm compression sleeve. Now, Graham again. Oh, that's a low one, but well collected by Cameron Weir, and that's half for Chevy. 7-6 over Grut.
Chevy staying tidy out there, just recycling, churning. Yes, sure, that one throw had some speculation that it was inside and the defender had the inside step, a great shape to it. A beautiful leading throw to set up that goal as well from the 99 shirt of Edward Graham. And that'll be halftime. We're going to take our break here and be back with second half action.
So second half now, it's about to get underway here. Tom's Tourney 2024.
We've got ourselves an Is No Good reunion happening in the chats right now, Hanny.
I'm enjoying the banter, especially the banter that's directed at you, Steph.
Yes, I know how to lose to Chevy at Tom's Tourney.
Yeah, but you also know how to win Tom's Tourney.
Yeah,
and how it feels and how delicious that beer tastes.
Oh, yes, I do.
So, Grut looking to keep things level. Janssen surveys the field. Lots of poachers in towards the deep space. Whenever these danger players have the disc in hand, Van den Brink looking for Chang, but really great defence there from Rodri Williams to shut Chang down. That's a good matchup to get right. Molnar just taking their time, thinking about it. One with a little bit of zip to Van den Brink. Molnar again looking for those insides, but Janssen's there. Things slowing down considerably upfield as the loud cheers from the sideline of Chevron do pay some dividends. Martin Hall just swaggering over the disc with a little stutter step. Morel shoots it through to Williams. Martin Hall now requiring some magic, but that one's going to be into beautiful space for Cartwright. Williams. Oh, that's a beautiful find, just emerging from the back of the stack. It's Ben Burak, and that is the break that Chevy have been threatening to take all game long, and it comes in the first point of the second half.
Yeah, they've been chipping away at that. They've had the only opportunities. Grut have not generated a turn yet against Chevy, and they have, that's at least their fourth, maybe fifth chance to break. They have got close as you possibly can get without converting, and here to open up the second half, Chevy makes good and creates the first 2-point gap in the game. 8-6, beautiful finish. Chevy stretching ahead. Chevy always good at Tom's Tourney. Won it not long ago. I think just before the pandemic, 2019, they beat Frisbee in the final. Of course, knocked off Isno in the year that Isno got to win it. This is a tournament that they regularly do well at, and they are looking sharp here. Got the advantage on Grut.
You see Rodri Williams there getting the assist on that defensive break. University of Sheffield ultimate player, and of course represented Great Britain at the under-24s level last year. Really fantastic tournament for him, alongside Josh Hannum as well. And we talked earlier about the under-24s connection for some of these Chevy athletes, which was maybe what tempted the likes of Cody Edwards across to their O-line. So 8-6 now. And Grut trying to stay alive. Janssen to Dirks. Back to Janssen. Just give go. Stretching up that line. And that'll do.
Yeah, Dirk's very ambitious there to get that one going. Almost overexcited to get it in. Saw Janssen get separation up the line and delivered it immediately, like running back, but establishing the pivot foot and delivering the upline assist. Nice throw by Dirks. Nice sense of urgency to, again, with that bid picking up, there he is, right back on line, puts the foot down, and Janssen walks it in, puts them back to within one behind this Chevy team that, again, we say seems to be good at the start of the season. Chevy, like a Birmingham, is officially their home base, but they kind of have a stretch across England. They've got a lot of players coming in, a lot still come in for training, a few for tournaments only, but they got a very long-standing core of veterans. They're very good at attracting the youth. The under-24 program seems to have helped, and current UK national champions, and nobody said that in a long time except Clapham.
Oh, Morel misses the mark from Sweetnam's big shot.
And first mistake for the Chevy O-line, and that means first chance for a Grut break. So after all that work to generate their first, they've now converted and given an opportunity right back.
Well, perhaps a little bit of a moment of just overconfidence. Morel, we know he likes to be behind the disc. He's not a stranger to getting himself on the stats board. I think he got 6 goals at EUCF last season for that 6th place finish for the Chevron lads in the Open Division. But this indeed a huge opportunity to do damage right back for Kashab. Swings all the way across to Janssen. So perhaps a little bit of a cheeky power line with Janssen going both ways. Artus. All that one came out very wonky indeed, trying to hit Sharp upfield.
So first opportunity given back, but nice to see that it's been generated. Yes, by a Morel error, but Grut have now had a taste of the potential.
Well, this might be one of the issues of not having gotten a break opportunity thus far. Maybe some of the Grut D-line not quite as warm on their throws as they might otherwise have been. But Sweetnam now feeling some pressure, but has Bennett just trotting up line gently and easily. Edwards now. That one. Oh, I thought that was a bit of a misfire, but Spears emerges and puts an absolute beauty into the path of Andy Sweetnam, and that will do nicely.
Yeah, great work again by Chevron. The upline cut by Bennett was a big get-out-of-jail card when things were seeming just a little bit cloggy. Good matchup, the Bennett and Shap. Keeping an eye on those two, but Shap got a very nice step up the line that really got that disc into motion and saw Chevron into the end zone. Up a double, 9-7. Grut, I mean, they need to break back to even things out, but they still need 2, of course, after opening up this game on defense. I think we've just seen a timeout called by Chevron Action Flash.
Yeah, they do seem to be hustling together, but not quite communicating well enough with Grut, so we're almost getting ready to play. A good piece of info as well from Thomas Oliver in the chat. Rodri Williams also, of course, did play. He did some double duty back last season, played for the silver medalist GB Open team as well.
Rico wondering about the weather, Hanny. What would you say? Today's...
It's gorgeous.
I mean, there's been a small breeze or two this morning. Yesterday, nearly biblical at moments. Today,
I lost contact with my toes for 2.5 hours yesterday. That is the conditions we were in. I would rather have been playing Ultimate for sure, just to keep warm. But no, it is beautiful conditions. There is a gentle caress of wind, if anything, but not even a thrower's breeze at this point. It's just beautiful, and this is why we're getting such a high quality game out of these two high level ultimate sides. Chang on the far side into Van den Brink. Scoops and fakes. Now taking the disc for a little bit of a walk. Nice adjustment from Turner just to stop that action, but Van den Brink, oh, that's a really lovely bit of offense. Smooth and sweet as breakfast caramel for this Dutch side.
Yeah, I like it. Nice bit of work. Everything open. We hear the 5-minute jingle going off right now, M83 in the background, and yeah, that's maybe the tidiest bit of offense we've seen out of the Grut O-line. Everything open, every open cut respected and hit, every throw on point. This little give and go, Chang going around and taking it on the wide side to Walt, and the finishing touches in the corner here. Made to look easy, of course. It only looks easy with a whole lot of hard work out there.
Yeah, the timing really was crucial on that. A moment of hesitation because the Chevy defenders were very much in the area. That was all break side flow, just really just using the disc intelligently. So game to 10 or 11, depending on how this one finishes out. Oh no. I take it back. I'm being deceived by the sideline players in front of me because, of course, that was a 5-minute remaining, not the time over remaining.
5 minute. Time over, I get more excited.
Oh, that's true. You do. It's a great song. If you haven't heard it yet, if you've not been watching our Friday coverage, which you can watch back, it's available for your delectation. And Boris van der Loek, of course, with the amazing jingle set up here at Tom's Tourney, as always. But we'll get there when we get there in about 4 minutes. We're underneath. Through to Bennett. Grind underneath from Kime, but it's Cameron Weir just going off towards the end zone for an easy goal over the top. They exploit the height mismatch to great aplomb, and it's going to be a game to 11 with Chevron just that nudge in front of Grut at the moment. Oh no, not going to 11. Sorry, it's still that confusion from before of the jingle confusion. Thank you, Steph, for just waving at me to remind me.
I was giving her the Mutombo finger.
The no.
Mutombo says no.
No. What Mutombo says no?
Dikembe Mutombo, the old Atlanta Hawk, he played all over the NBA, but a defensive nightmare. There was a rule in the NBA. He could no longer wave his finger in the faces of people he blocked. He could only do it to the crowd. But the rule, because of Dikembe Mutombo, they call him the Cookie Monster, too, because he sounds, well kind of like me, really. It's very croaky.
That is very funny. The level of taunting actually created a new rule for them.
Yep. So 10-8. Bennett heating up. That throw by Bennett. Very good. Looked inside first to send it back, and then under the hand of Fukashap for a half-field huck right on the money. Beat Morrison, but picked the right receiver. Great throw by Bennett.
Janssen with a very convincing flick huck fake. You know he's got it. But Van den Brink now releases that high backhand through Brouwers. Molnar. Things looking a little bit messy at points for this Grut offense, but they're working it through. Huntsman now to just work in this back pocket with Molnar. So agile is that number 53. Janssen now. You can see the movement with Philip Molnar. He really loves going for that inside shot. Big effort from the defense, but no blocks to be had. Steve Chang reels in that goal.
Yeah, great work again. I get lots of credit to Molnar. The finishing throw, maybe a little bit speculative to Chang under duress, the defense crossing from the other direction, but did get it to him, gets himself an assist. Another super team member. I guess Rico and Joe are watching back at home. That guy's going to be my teammate.
Yeah, it was a big effort to try and prevent that one from Ben Tennant. The number 11 for Chevron, just flying through, nearly getting there. Is he one of the young D-line lads? He got his first ever competitive international point for Chevron. He got a layout D, did Ben Tennant.
It's about 30 seconds remaining until we're going to hear the end of game chime.
And just as you say that, Stefan, over the tannoys floats the sweet, sweet sound.
Should I sing it?
Oh, absolutely.
Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies.
And the klaxon. We've been working on our air horns, but Josh Kime, centre field. The potentially penultimate point. Edwards is there. Oh. It's a little bit low. Artis had a good swat at it. Now, Grut unable to play much in the way of red zone defense. Just the patience, the waiting, and Cameron Weir emerges for another stat on the sheet.
So that's going to make it a game to 12.
Correct.
And that is urgency world for Grut now. Chevron have done a great job to chip away, hold the lead that they got via winning the flip, added a break to it, and now it's all caught up to Grut at the very end of the game here. Of course, they get one chance to hold with their offense receiving, and if they are to win this game, a break to bring it to Universe, and then a break again required to get a win. So pressure on the green-shirted Amsterdammers here.
Yeah, they needed one extra break to turn this one in their favour after the flip, so see these two lads connecting again, a 9 and a 3. Cameron Weir, that's his 5th stat of this game, all of them goals. Been doing some serious work for Chevy in this group's game. Of course, all about getting that second place finish in Group A behind Mooncatchers, who are not using this tournament as an EUCS series qualification event. They're looking to just roll their rookies into the roster properly.
Speaking of, this is a EUCS qualifying game. This is the first one Grut's had at Tom's since they've been going, and it is...
I wonder what the algorithm expected out of this matchup, Steph.
Who's got answers for us? Ravi, the human abacus, Vasudevan won't be watching.
Well, maybe we can figure it out ourselves. As this Chevy defense tries to snatch another break and take the game in easy style. But Grut will have something to say about that first. Witkam blading it. Oh, and just a stone cold drop for ULTI.TV. That is a shame. We've rarely seen those kind of errors happen. But that one, foul call for Mark Penny. That definitely wasn't where he intended the disc to be in terms of height. Rodri Williams doing a great effort on their sideline. So accepted.
Stone Cold Steve drops him. That disc from Dirks and then right back into Penny's hand. He threw around knowing that he was maybe almost throwing into that contact, hoping to get around and knowing that he would get that foul call if he didn't get around. But definitely I saw the foul on the throw as well.
So Penny throws the inside flick to Seb Allen. To Williams. Oh, that's a big old backhand break, and that is the win for Chevron Action Flash. A really lovely find, Espinosa in space in the end zone, and that will be a win and by all accounts a second place finish in the pool stages and a berth into quarterfinals for Chevron Action Flash.
But you never know what happens. Grut could knock off Moon next and shake up the world. But with expected results, you are right. We said it at the top. This is, in all likelihood, the game to go, assuming Moon will continue their dominance, and they have been dominant. That is very safe to say. Only got up on Chevy 13-11 yesterday, so a tight one. But a great game. Thank you all for being in the chats, joining us. Love having you with us. Make sure you hit those buttons, like and subscribe. Go to patreon.com/ULTI.TV. Have a look what we're all about. You get just a couple minutes before our next game. So have a read And if it's in you, support the cause. So we can do even more and bring you more Ultimate from Europe all over the place.
Absolutely. Well, what a class game that was. Really intense, really close, but at the end of the day, it was Chevron who had that extra bit of athletic power, Steph, on their defensive efforts. Really fantastic performances from Andy Turner and, of course, Rodri Williams getting that break to finish us off with the big break score. But don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be bringing you Tom's Tourney 2024 all day today and tomorrow as we finish off these group stages. We'll be going into the women's power pool, Deski versus catch-up women in our next game slot. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll see you for the rest of today.
There's no talking.
Thanks for a really hard fought game, very physical game. I think maybe a few of us felt that regarding physicality, it was close. I think one of them were quite physical, not necessarily over the lines, but maybe within the team there are some different opinions on what to accept this physicality or what not to accept. Like we felt there were a few calls that made early in the game that were necessarily more physical. Called in the game, but then there was that mismatch in case that a foul is not a foul, contesting, not contesting, etc. But that didn't sound the mood. Just look at that.
I would just run it. What about replay?
Thanks.
Yeah, Ultimate.
ULTI.TV.